is a post-assessment treatment centre that was set up in the late 80s by a group of professionals, and we provide three main services. The first service that we provide is a therapy one, where we see children up to the age of 18 who have been sexually abused or who have been impacted by sexual abuse.
We also provide support and therapy to children up to and inclusive of the age of 12 who present with sexualised behaviours. We have a court accompaniment service and a helpline service.
Throughout Ireland, CARI is not well known. It's known in certain areas. We have a centre here in Dublin, and we've also got a centre in Limerick. So in both those centre areas, we would be kind of out there, and our name would be known. Throughout the rest of Ireland, unfortunately, we haven't gotten enough funding in order to advertise as much as we'd like to, but we're kind of getting a bit more and more out there. Ideally, we would love for everyone in Ireland to know that our services exist, and also ideally we would like our services to be in every county in Ireland, so that kids that have actually experienced sexual abuse don't have to travel to Dublin, don't have to travel to Limerick in order to access our services.
Personally, I feel that victims of child sexual abuse haven't really been heard, or ultimately they've been silenced, if you like. So in an ideal world, I suppose I'd like to be the voice for those that can't speak. Since 2008, CARI has cumulatively receiving a lot less money financially from the government. So 50% of our funding is, say, statutory, like from HSE and other statutory organisations, and the other 50% is, say, from money raised from community and corporate fundraising.
On average, we take about 1,400 calls a year. That's slightly different to other services, for example, ISBCC or the Rape Crisis Centre, who would receive a lot more calls. Our calls are a little bit lower, but we provide a completely different service. Our calls are longer. The main callers to our service is mothers, followed by fathers, and then followed by professionals. We don't have a busiest time of year, but what we notice in terms of trends on the helpline is that if there's anything in the media, so if there's any news reports or if anything, if anybody has made a disclosure around their own experiences of abuse and it's in the media, we notice an increase in calls to our services. And we also notice an increase in calls from adult survivors.
Hello, CARI helpline.
I need to talk to someone. It's about my daughter.
Yes, CARI are here to support people with concerns around child sexual abuse.
I don't know where to begin, but I really need help.
It's okay. Take your time.
I've just spent the night in the rotunda with my 13-year-old daughter. She's been raped.
I'm here to support you. Can you tell me what happened?
My daughter went to town yesterday with two of her friends, and on the way home they have to walk through the park. From what my daughter said, they were approached by two guys around the same age. I believe the boys started pushing the girls and grabbing their private areas. Two of the girls got away, but my daughter was left behind. The boys sexually assaulted my daughter and raped her. And it only stopped when a man and a woman walked by and came to help her. They took her to the police station and I was contacted later.
This must be a very traumatic experience for you. We will do all that we can to help.
I don't know.
How can we help? What do you need from us?
I don't know what to say. Every time I look at her, I burst into tears. I know it's not helping. She's only 13.
It must be very hard for her to deal with at that age. How is she now?
She's in shock. Just wants to sleep all the time. She's had 3 showers in the last day, and she keeps saying that she doesn't feel clean anymore. The sexual assault treatment unit have offered her a counselling session for tomorrow.
Look, we think you could really do with some support with all of this. We would like to invite you in for an advice appointment.
It's all my fault. It's only the second time I've let her go out with her friends. If only I'd gone with them. If I hadn't let her go. She's so young, so innocent.
You can't blame yourself, but you need to talk to somebody. We can invite you in for a crisis intervention appointment and offer you and all of your family the ongoing use of the helpline when needed. Our line runs from 9:30 to 5:30, Monday to Friday. I can make an appointment for you to come in first thing tomorrow morning.
Thanks. And thanks for listening.
We're happy to help.
I was doing my degree in psychology, and I wanted experience. I wanted to work in this field. I wanted to work with victims, and so I made myself aware to CARI, and I kind of said, look, you know, I'd love to work here even on a voluntary basis. I'd love to just have experience of it, and I kind of fell into it as a volunteer for a couple of hours a week. I mean, that's how I started off.
I started off working 19 and a half hours a week. I found the work really interesting. I was very supported by the organisation and went on to study to become a counsellor, and then went on to study and became a psychotherapist.
When things go well in court, it's a very powerful, empowering experience for the child. The whole essence of sexual abuse is for somebody to take somebody else's control away. Court is an opportunity for an awful lot of children to regain that control and regain that power. To be able to stand in public and say you did this and it was wrong goes a long way to healing for children.
The work is very rewarding when you've helped somebody, when you've sat with somebody and made them feel better after they've had such a traumatic experience.
It's kind of like we're like a big circle here. Every department needs each other. So it's very, very rewarding at the end of the day, at the end of the week.